Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your second December reading for December 2022, your second general reading. I accidentally deleted the first one. The readings are late. I've got a new camera, and I've been having some serious tech issues trying to get it to work, to focus, to zoom, to do whatever it is I need it to do. So, while I'm here, this is general, so it may not resonate with you as a sun sign. So do view your moon and rising sign, gmail.com, in order to get any information on your own situation, or more information does require a personal reading. And you can, the email address I just typed in, you can email me there. Go over to the About box section. You'll see my reading packages there. They list the number of minutes, the number of questions, and the price. And then email me and let me know what reading you would like to do, and then we can go from there. Okay, so I have with me the Radiant White deck. I have with me, of course, the Levita Sibilas, and I have the Golden Nostradamus. Now, in readings from Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, I pulled a card called the Archetype card. My guides really didn't like working with those cards. It's something about Carolyn Mist. So, you will not see that card in this particular reading. So I literally had to stop working with it, okay? And I will probably bring them back sometime, but I'll have to figure out how to use the cards, because I think they're really, really good cards. They have some great messages. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and turn the camera around. Hopefully this is going to work. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around. And as you can see, the picture is much clearer. We're going to go ahead and do another rifle and another shuffle. I can't believe I accidentally deleted the video. I can't believe that. So maybe you just weren't meant to have that message, and maybe it will repeat itself. Okay, so we shall see. Here we go. First card down, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Seven of Cups, Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Page of Swords. Wow, that's a lot of swords across that row. The Devil, the Hierophant. Oh, holy smokes. And the Lover's card all across. You know, it's kind of repeating itself, the story from yesterday, so maybe you were supposed to have it, but just in this format. And I'm going to tell you what the difference is. The difference is that yesterday a King of Wands, which would be a fire sign male, came out in this position, seated next to, the cards were like this, actually. It was Six of Swords, Seven of Cups, and then the King of Wands. Okay. And then here in the bottom corner was the Queen of Swords, which would have been you. And I remember remarking yesterday that, you know, you were leaving some kind of situation, but you're going right into some confusion, and it had to do with that particular King of Wands. And what I said was that it felt as though it was someone making a return or trying to come back, or a situation that was like cyclical, coming back around again. Okay, so it kind of is the same story. It's just telling me something. It's telling it in a different way, and sometimes that happens. So here it is, the Two of Cups. Well, I think what I found to be most striking about this particular spread is this last row, particularly with these two cards, because if you look at them closely, they mirror each other. A central figure in the center, two figures at the base of the card. He's holding up, what is it? Two fingers, and he's holding up his hand with the pentagram on the inside. That can be the dual nature of people. Now we know that, you know, the angel and the devil, so to speak. We also know that major arcana cards represent our spiritual lessons. So you have three. This is past, present, future. Past, present, future. So the lessons aren't going to change no matter how how we look at it. But right in the center, what we have is this Three of Swords. And again, what I see is the Six of Swords going into the Three of Swords. Okay. Yesterday, it was like this. It was going into the Seven of Cups. But today, it's moving its way into the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, heartache, breakups and separations, cheating, betrayal, nasty words, as though someone has pierced you through the heart. What I like about this particular card is it says that sometimes in a situation, short-term pain has to be experienced in order for us to move on. The only difference is I would prefer to see it like this. Like you got some news that broke your heart, but you're able to move on. But instead, it shows me that you are sailing into this. All right? Now, we start out with the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is just that. It's an opportunity. It can do with new finances, yes. But for me, it is really the idea of doing something new or doing something different. Taking a different path. Okay? If I look at this down this row here, it says that what you did differently was you're trying to move away from this situation. Now, whether this is a literal moving away or a mental moving away, because it is swords. So thoughts, beliefs, perceptions, ideas, and communications. So this is travel in the mind, so to speak. You know, what will I do if you're thinking ahead? What am I going to do when I get out of this particular situation? But I feel that for some of you, it's been very, very difficult. There are things that are not necessarily holding you back. You think maybe that they're holding you back, but they're not. It's ties that bind, so to speak. So this could be, I don't know, material things. It could be emotional things. It could be an issue with, I don't know, drinking, with gambling, with drugs, sex addiction. It could be anything, because sometimes the devil represents those things. He talks about temptations. He also speaks about obsessions. So it could be that you may be having difficulty mentally moving away because you're obsessed with something or someone. This could be someone also being obsessed with you. Okay? This applies no matter if this is a same-sex relationship or heterosexual relationship. We see the couple over here. But what we also see is that something new is being presented and you have a decision to make. Okay? Here we see the Two of Wands, and that's what twos represent. They represent choices, options, dualities, opposition, someone being opposed against you or you being opposed within yourself. But the card says you've already done something and you have more to do. Okay? But a choice needs to be made. And there are lots of choices for you to choose from. And I think that's what this card is trying to tell me. And so this card says that it's a 7. And 7s are always a moment of reflection, of pause before moving on. Okay, stop and think about what has come before. But this is emotions. And so there are a lot of emotional things. Maybe this is being attached to things. Here we have self-actualization, temptation, power, peace, finances, property. So it's, there are a lot of choices. There are a lot of things. And so the Seven of Cups says simply that if you can identify the most important thing, then you can make a choice that's right and everything else will fall into place, so to speak. But I think that your decision-making process, because this is about the inability to make a firm choice or decision based upon emotional confusion, okay? And I feel this row here, what the entire card spread is telling me is that there's a lot of pain, there's mental pain, there's emotional confusion, and in a sense, sometimes this card will come about to speak of being stuck, okay? It is the Devil card. It also says something dreadful looms large, but it turns out to be all right in the end. Now, I don't know necessarily if you have decided to leave someone or if someone has decided to leave you. Here, I think there's a discovery that makes it extra hard. And I'm going to look at that, because this can be communications. This can be someone sending you a message. I've seen this card show up when you find out something online, or you find a letter, or you find something in somebody's pocket, or you've been scrolling through their phone, okay? Or somebody tells you something, all right? So to me, this speaks to a discovery here. And again, there's another decision that needs to be made, because that's what the Lovers card is about. It's not necessarily about soulmates, or what a lot of people are talking about, twin flames. It's not necessarily about that. It is about the idea of choosing the right, making the right choice, because whatever choice that you make is going to have far-reaching consequences. While this card can indicate true harmony and balance between two people, this card can sometimes indicate discordance between two people, that there's nothing there for them really. Okay, it's attractive, right? But it's not really something that is good for you, and that situation can turn toxic. So what I'm going to do, because I only have one court card here, I find that to be quite interesting. And what I'm going to do is to look to see if any of these cards have any meanings here. Okay. I don't know if this is a new relationship, or you tried to, again, there's this idea that something may be coming back around. This could be travel by water, over water, around water, near water, but if it is not that, this is literally movement in the mind. Okay, so let's just see. This could be someone wanting to have power and control over you. This is the way they are inwardly, perhaps, and that's the way they are outwardly in the relationship. So let's take a look. We're going to start with the Ace of Pentacles here. There's a lot of information in this particular spread, so I will be looking at a few things with the Sibilas. Okay, here we go. The Ace of Pentacles, first with the Three of Swords. It is a message to carefully consider your plans, as becoming involved in an unclear situation may lead to ongoing duress, as you may be taking on more than you can handle. You know, maybe you got with somebody and now you can't get rid of them, and you find out that they got a whole bunch of issues. Next to Three Swords cards, it may be implying that you have taken on more than you can handle. You are asked to take one step at a time. That's why the choice is so crucial here. There's also one with the Lovers, that a joint venture will lead to and achieve success. It may be foretelling of a possible long-term commitment, engagement, or marriage. Well, we see it here, but something changes it. Okay? I don't know. Maybe you forgive. I don't know. Okay? Two of Wands. But just remember, if someone's been has betrayed you in some way, and you forgive them, you can never bring that up again, right? And you're going to have to make sure that you can overcome the, I don't know, doubt, the uncertainty that the person won't do it again. Okay? That takes a strong resolve. Two of Wands tells me nothing. Okay? Seven of Cups. Yeah, you can't be throwing it up in people's face later on. Seven of Cups with the Lovers. It is a message to take someone close into consideration when making choices and decisions, as there are imminent changes coming into your life. Be thoughtful of others' wants and needs during this transition. There is enough room on your path for two. It indicates that your life's path is broad enough for two. I don't know about that though. Six of Swords. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and tell you that that is what it says, because nothing about the Six of Swords, because something just kind of feels a bit off with this, and I think it's the way the cards fell. Three of Swords with other swords around it, and the Lovers. It is a strong indication that a close relationship is coming to an end. This card can sometimes be marriage. Okay? About a marriage. And the marriage, in the marriage, you guys have built up a lot of things. The devil is not always a negative thing. The devil can represent, he represents the doing of stuff so that you can enjoy life. If you work, you want a nice home, you want a nice car, you want vacations. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the devil is about. But he also represents temptation. And then finally, that's it. I can't look at this particular card. I'm going to see if there's any indication of the Two of Swords with any of these cards, Two of Cups, with any of these cards down near the bottom. Now here, it talks about a soulmate union and twin flames, okay? But these cards tell me different. Let me explain to you about the Lovers. Now, it may be, I don't think it's a twin flame. Twin flames never, twin flames is never a romantic relationship. You never, ever get together. Ever. That's just not the kind of relationship that it is. Okay? It is often perceived to represent the soulmate or romantic unions. But it can also indicate a marriage of convenience. You married somebody because they got a whole bunch of stuff, or somebody married you because you got a whole bunch of stuff. Or a mismatch of energies. Therefore, it is important to exercise discretion and discernment. It indicates a choice of two pathways or choices and the need to look carefully, as each choice leads to different future events and or consequences. It may be implying that you have an important choice or choices to make, and implies that with careful consideration, any major decision should turn out positively. Consider everything carefully, as the outcome will be vitally important, but you are asked to make firm decisions and then follow through with them. Okay? So that's what that says. Now, I'm going to pull cards well, on the Three of Swords, I just, you know, it's right in the center of the spread. And then once I do that and complete out this reading, then I'll tell you what the last three cards were on this, on the previous reading that I deleted. Okay? Oh yeah, the moon was in the center of the other reading. And that's why that kind of speaks to me about coming back around. And so that was the timing. The timing was the moon, around the full moon, after the full moon. So if you have a decision to make, try to wait. Today's the 2nd. So between the 3rd and the 4th, up to the new moon to the 7th, do not make any major decisions. To 3 days after the December 7th, do not make any major decisions, because it's a highly emotional time. And already there's confusion here. Okay? The Conselante Sorpresa, the La Mica. Now that came out in the reading yesterday. And the Muerte. Well, that's quite interesting. The comforting surprise, the Consolante Sorpresa, is this idea of finding something or jumping at an opportunity which may be presented to you. I see that here. But it is though it says that it represents the arrival of good news. Okay? But it has a neutral meaning, and that is representing the present moment or things that are happening now. Well, I don't know about that on this Three of Swords, but then we have the Lamika. So this is a friend. She can be also an acquaintance, a colleague, a niece, a sister, an aunt, okay, a female friend. Usually it is someone who does offer to help or has their fingers in situations in which they can grant you entree into. It can sometimes be about a visit to a friend's house. But then here we have the Morte card, the cosmic scissors. This card speaks to painful, abrupt endings. Okay? It speaks to people doing things and saying things that can't be reversed. They've crossed a Rubicon and things will never go back to the way they were before. And it marks a situation and the people associated with the card with a mark of irreversible finality. Alright? So that's kind of a strange 3 cards to come out. Let me pull 3 cards on the Page of Swords, because I feel he's looking back this way. I don't know. I'm thinking this Devil card. Let me pull on the Devil. Oh, that's just a pull on the Devil. So let's see what the Devil has to say. L'amante, the male lover. The l'amante, the female lover. And the Dottore. That's quite interesting because the Dottore is someone who can help. Typically a degreed man. But also, let me get in here and find him. Here he is. In love, it indicates a woman who wants to fix her partner, thus highlighting her driving motivation in the relationship. So it can be allegorical. It represents something, a type of behavior, a situation, a bad habit, a grudge, a broken heart, a trauma, something that needs healing or fixing because it is at the root of the problem or crisis that you are undergoing at the present moment. It highlights the urgency to reconsider and change a flaw within yourself or the person indicated by the card so that he or she can attract a better future. Now, it's interesting because it says, well, that's not a positive card. It's a neutral card. It has its neutrality. So this is about someone wanting to fix someone else. And that is the you know, and again, now this is interesting because she's the queen and he's the Jack or Knight. The King of Hearts has not shown up. So I don't know if this is because what came out yesterday was this hint of an affair and that the lover was going to be coming back and that there was going to be some drama happening. So let me pull on this card and then I'm going to close this reading down by pulling a Golden Nostradamus. And we shall see. Right around the full moon. And I said yesterday in the reading, well, you know, if you're cheating, you need to be careful because you're going to end up getting caught out. So, and then I heard someone ask me, well, could it be that he's cheating? Yes, that's possible too. The domestico, the man returning. The sacerdote, he has to do with the law. He also has to do with someone that you can trust or confide in. But what is he pointing? He's pointing at the domestico. The domestico is this shady kind of a character. Is he saying or doing what he's doing for you, or is he doing it for himself? The conversazione card. So this lets me know that there are going to be conversations had. I do get the sense that your friend might be able to assist and help you here, but it could also be that your friend is the one that, if he's cheating with her, okay, and that it's going to be difficult for you to give up that relationship. That's what it says. So this is why I say to you, if you take the person back, or even if you're cheating and the dude takes you back, he can't bring up the fact that you've been cheating, okay? And you can't bring up the fact anymore either, because you've agreed to forgive. So when you forgive something, that's water under the bridge. Bygones are bygones, okay? All right, formulate a question for the Golden Nostradamus. So in a sense, it did kind of repeat itself. Oh, it is the cherries. I don't remember what card it was that came out yesterday. The cherries. He who believes everything with ease will often be seen reddened and teased. Perhaps you are too trusting and not worldly enough. Look carefully within or in those around you to separate the illusions from the truths that you need. That is what I have for you, Gemini, for December. It sounds like it's a crappy way to end December 2022. But, you know, sometimes... Oh, God, where'd the thing go? Sometimes you have to have a bad situation right at the end of the year so that you can move into the new year with different energy. That's what I'm trying to say. So, until then, be well, stay safe. I'll see you guys in 2023. Bye.